Next, we're going to show you how to create your first listing. But before we do that, we want to make sure you see this section that says connect your bank account for payment. This is important in order for you to get paid. Now, we're not going to walk you through all the steps here. It's pretty self-explanatory, but you do need to connect your bank account to Festively so that we can deposit money into that bank account as you get sales, which you're going to get a lot of. So after you complete this first page with your bank account information and click continue, it's going to take you to Stripe, which is our payment processor partner, and you're going to fill out some more information in Stripe. It's a highly regulated space because, of course, they want to protect consumers, they want to protect you. Make sure you do that before you do anything else. To create your first listing, you go here to the listings section and then click on add new listing. So you're going to need a few things before you start. One is photos of what you're going to be creating a listing for. You're also going to need to think about your description of what you're going to say. And those are the main things, but sometimes those can be a little bit tricky. So just to prepare yourself, it's a great idea to have those ready to go. So since we are a flower shop, we're going to add a few flowers, again, from our dear friend, Kathy of Madre Florals. I know she won't mind us adding a listing on her behalf here. So you can upload up to 10 files, photos at a time. Then you need to ask or answer the question, would you like to use one of your previous listings as a template? Now, if you already created a listing, then you can actually just copy that same listing and it's so much easier to continue on with the process. But this is a brand new listing, so we are going to say, nope, this is not a template. And what's the title of your listing? We're going to say Gorgeous Holiday Florals. Then you click upload and next. It's going to upload all of your photos and then it's going to ask you to select a main photo. And this is because when you have a listing, you can show multiple photos in the listing, but there's only one photo that shows up on the home page, for example. So you are going to have to select your main photo. All right, so I'm going to select this as my main photo and then click save and next. Tell us about this product or service. So again, got to come up with something you're going to say here. So in this case, I've already grabbed a brief description that I'm going to pull into this listing around holiday flowers being just this perfect gift. Then select at least one category. So I'm going to click flowers and plants. And then under select one theme or occasion, at least one theme or occasion, you can select multiple, but I'm definitely going to select holiday parties, and then I'm going to select Thanksgiving and winter parties. Forgot to click control and that will allow you to select multiple. Now, what choices do you offer customers? This is where on the next page, you'll be able to give custom prices based on the different what you offer customers. So in this case, for flowers, we're going to say we offer different sizes. And we offer, we can call it small, medium, large, or like mini, deluxe, and extravagant. You may offer different options. So I put size here. You can ask other types of questions. If you are a service-based business, you may want to say, you may offer different packages. So for example, if you're a photographer or a bartender, you might say that you offer a 5-hour package, 6-hour package, or a 7-hour package. You can also pick things that are more related to rentals. So you may offer this type of uh, tablecloth in blue, green, or orange. So we give you the flexibility to offer different choices to your customers and then customize what type of language you use for your various offers. So in this case, I'm going to stick to just we're offering various sizes. I'm going to delete that one because we don't need it. And then we're going to say, what questions do we have for our customers? So I think in this case for the flowers, a question we may want to ask the customer is, what colors do you prefer? And then you can also ask, do you have any allergies? This would come up, of course, especially if you are a baker or you have some type of a, um, you know, especially some type of a food item that you really want to make sure you're understanding. Click Save and Next. On this page, you can add your pricing. So we give you a couple of options here. One is I charge a set price. Another is I offer multiple price options. And that's typically used when a bigger size means a higher price. Another is I charge by the hour. So that's typically used for services. I charge by the day or week, and that's typically used for rentals. Or I offer a price range that requires a custom quote. This is a very popular one because what you're offering may need a little bit more information before you can give a price. But that also means, just a little bit more back and forth with the customer. Not a big deal. But if it's something where, you're creating over and over again, you have a pretty set price, I encourage you to use this tool, which is I offer multiple price options. So first you start off with the starting price. So let's say this bouquet or this floral arrangement that we have here starts off at $65. And that's for the mini. You do have to add an inventory available. It's just part of the flow. So if you plan to offer a lot of these, go ahead and put 100. That's not going to change anything, or you're not going to be able to see the inventory supply on the front end. Just make sure that you've got plenty for the system to use. So perhaps your deluxe is $95. And then similar, you need to add an inventory. And then your extravagant is $125. And so people will be able, on the front end, you'll see in just a moment, we'll be able to select which one. So as you're adding your photos, think about the different size options that you're going to offer so that you can show what they look like, and then the customer can get a good sense of what they're getting for the mini, deluxe, and extravagant. Do you want to collect a deposit or the full price at checkout? We're collecting the full price. You can also select deposit and then either put in a dollar amount or a percentage of what you're going to collect. In this case, we're just going to select the full price. How many days notice do you need to fulfill an order? This means if I order this now, if I want this now, how many days notice do you need to fulfill the order? This gives you a chance to say, I need 5 days before I can actually fulfill this. So let's go ahead and put that 5 days. Whatever is your comfort level. How far in advance can customers book you? Can they say, I want to book you 2 months out? Great. So select what works for you. Is this product refundable? No. Click Save and Next. Next is delivery. We give you a couple of options here that you can select. You can select multiple. We ask, do you offer delivery and will travel to the customer site? Will you ship to the customer, or can customers pick up from you? So in this case, I'm going to ask, allow customers to select delivery options. When you select that, it gives you the option to say, I offer free delivery or travel within a certain number of miles. So I'm actually going to select that and say, I actually do offer free delivery within 5 miles. And then beyond that, I do charge $1 per mile, and we'll go a maximum of 30 miles. You can also opt to select that you offer a flat fee, and that can be, whatever that is for a set number of miles. Let's say it's, you offer a $59 for a 20-mile radius. You can configure that however you want. We'll go back and actually re-add. I charge $1 per mile for 30 miles. I also will allow customers to pick up from me. So this is just an additional option that I offer. This is the last step here. This allows you to offer an upsell when customers are checking out. So you can say, when you're checking out, hey, would you like a card? Or would you like this wrapped in a special way? Or you can offer a listing that you already have created in Festively. So if you already have some listings, they will show up here. But since this is our very first listing, you don't have any. So you can actually create a quick offer. So you can say, I'm going to offer a mini wine vase floral. And I'm going to select a photo that I have of this mini wine vase floral. The upcharge is $20, and click add to listing. So now you'll see that this mini wine vase floral shows up here as a photo. When somebody selects your product at checkout, this will be offered to them and will be automatically added to the cart if they allow it. Lastly, we give you a chance to tag a friender. And these are other vendors that are in our Festively account where you can actually say, hey, I actually collaborated with 10 Roll Wines, for example, in this photo. And if 10 Roll Wines is a vendor, you can select them and you show up as a friender, and it's just a great way to support other vendors. One last one, if you have any blackout dates for this particular listing, you can actually click it now and select any dates that you may have blackout for this listing. This is especially popular for our rentals. So if you have one item that is being used for a certain time, for a set amount of time, you can say it's actually being used in September on the weekend of the 10th. For something like florals, you wouldn't necessarily use that. And we can show you how to actually set blackout dates for your entire account, and that can be easily done. So I'm going to click save, and now you'll see under listings you have your gorgeous holiday florals as an active listing here on Festively. Let's check it out in that showroom. Click view my showroom, and let's take you back over to that one page. Now we have this lovely listing here if someone were to see your page, and this is what shows up. You've got these beautiful floral photos, and you can select the mini, the deluxe, or the extravagant. Customers can select, ask what colors they prefer, and I'm just going to say lots of red. Do you have any allergies? No, these aren't mandatory questions, but we do want customers to select them. You can select a delivery or service date. So again, you're looking for a date that works for you in the future. If you recall, we said that we needed 5 days notice and we would travel within 20 miles, no, 30 miles. So we fit that criteria. Click this checkbox and then click add to cart. Remember that upsell, that little offer, we have that here. This is a suggested item, add this to the cart as well. Why not? It's the holidays, this is when we splurge. So now let's go ahead and check our cart. Here are a couple of other things that I have from a previous listing. And here are our gorgeous holiday florals and our mini wine-based floral. You can opt to send this as a gift and add a note. You can, the customers can remove this, make some edits, edit the delivery address, and they can either keep shopping or check out. One thing I want to note, all of this information, once you get a order, your order will show up here in this orders section of your inbox. We can go over that in a future meeting, but just want to point out a couple of things that would be helpful to you. Now get that listing going.